So we attempt getting the Dodge Power Wagon Fargo going. Now there is lots of stuff disconnected on this vehicle. There is pipes flopping around all over the place. I think the man was halfway through, so I have managed to attach the fuel line by fishing through a large bag of gas fittings and plumbing fittings and bits and bobs. So that we have a fuel supply, that is sorted. The next trauma we have is that one of these fittings that came in a bag with it needs to be in the top of this, where is it? Needs to be in the top of this housing here to pick up a pipe, which is obviously this pipe. Apart from the fact that we've got power steering fitted, so that's the low pressure return, the pump is here, there's the high pressure out, but someone's made this fitting here that goes like that then blanks off the one that does the heater hose, which will give a man a bit of a problem, because then it won't hold coolant. This bottom coolant fitting, coolant hose is not attached, and obviously the top coolant hose is missing. That's before we get into the turnings over. We know it turns over, I can demonstrate that from here. She is free and has the compression. We know that. There it goes, look. So, fuel supply connected up. To get the cooling system functioning and put back together so that this can be screwed into there to allow me a heater hose. I'm going to need to move this, so I'm thinking the best bet is that this fitting is homemade and metal, is to warm on this with a tiny gas torch over there a bit. That'll cure that problem, and then I'm going to attempt fitting this, if it's going to screw into there, with some tetrafluoroethylene, because at the moment that will sort of screw in there, but it won't screw in there because of this fitting. So here goes. Right, tiny gas torch will do this, I think. So I've got a socket handle that fits quite nicely. So see this, which is homemade. I'm thinking that before I go and cut it up and try and re-weld it again, might be better if I just slightly tweaked it out of the way, which is possible. If not possible, we'll have broken it and then we have to start again. It's a bit windy out here, so apologies for any audio problems. Hold on. Just light. Right, I warm this bit here. We're not folding up. High to the belt. I think that sorts that. If I remember not to stick my finger on it, that's ready. Then, next thing is going to be the quality of the thread in that fitting here, where this pipe here needs to go. I'm trying to find the PTFE. Always disappeared around there. In theory, I need one of these, not that one. Oh yeah, I mean, that feels like it'll go in there quite nicely. Right, PTFE time. Right, we have successfully located the PTFE tape after half an hour. So we need to see if this will screw in here. I'm not 100% sure that this thread in here is very good, but right, away. way, wrong way. Shriek as he uses an adjustable spanner to do up a brass fitting. It'll be fine. Oh, that's right in there. That's it. Well, look at that. Lovely. Nice. In theory then, if I'm not going to cut any of this down for a minute, because to be honest I don't think this thing will be staying petroleums, and I might as well keep the pipe length. Well, I can see a BTT6 ending up in here. I might actually have to admit defeat and go and get proper tools in a minute, but I'm doing pretty well with this adjustable. So that gives me a heater hose of some description. Yeah, that's on there. That's the return back to the oil tank. Didn't kink the pipe, which is good. So let's go and get a screwdriver and do things properly. Screwdriver. So I'll just tweak you up a little bit more, and then get in here. I'll tweak you up a bit. Next thing we need to deal with is the lower rad hose, which is, we have one clip floating around down there. That one. Yep. That's all right. And we obviously must have a piece of pipe, possibly in the spares kit that came with it, that links this to that. That is possible. Right, I'm going to go ferret around in some of my stuff and see if I can find a bit of rad hose to go between there and there. I shall be back in a second. Right, bit of 651 Sprinter hose. Looks like it might do the job quite nicely. So, this moves before I wedge it in there and make it inaccessible. Well, it does quite nicely. Done up. Yes, well, so that. There. Whole load of excitingness. Get all excited and put them on the duplicates on. Off the more parts. Right. So, that one into that, like that. That on there. Appreciate the new and shininess of these Jubilee clips. They are brand spankers. No expense has been spared here. I think this is pretty much a non-pressurised cooling system anyway, so it's not going to have a load of the PSFIs in it. So that gives us that one. Bit of 2015 Sprinter working nicely there. Now, try not to dribble on my microphone because you all will have to listen to that. And then this one here. Cooking on gas, aren't we? Yep. That one. That's the best position for doing that one up. I reckon that's about there. Maybe not, maybe.
Very friendly in places you don't want to be with a headlight.
I'll get all excited in a minute and go and find me driving tool for Jubilee clips, but I'm sticking at it for a second. Try wedging myself down here. It's only a Jubilee clip. If I slightly seized up one. Right there.
Where away?
Right. That's the bottom hose and the heater sorted. Right, so we have found and made a bit of radiator hose out of the pile of bits that came with it. And it might fill now if I can figure out a way of getting it round there somehow. Which may involve lots of swearing and leverage and pushing it up there too far to push it down there, to push it on there to get it where you wanted it to be. Were you following? Not falling off my little man step. It's getting increasingly wobbly, and now you have to go and rescue the other little man step, which has been pretending to be a seat in one of the yard wagons for a year. So I want that. I'll go down there somehow without poking a hole in it. Quality engineering at its best. Push that around there. That's it. You know you want to just go there. That's it. Like that. Oh, that did not work. Right. In theory, as long as all of these hoses hold water, we might have a cooling system. He said, getting his leg stuck in between the headlight and the grill. Right. Coolant of the blue variety, or, well, this is neat blue antifreeze, because we're not taking the chance of putting anything else that isn't antifreezed in it. Let's hope it doesn't all come screaming straight out the bottom. Nothing has come straight out the bottom yet. Go and get some more water. Still nothing fell out the bottom of it. There is an open block drain just there, isn't there? Right. Great. I'll find something to do that up with. Now I've mixed sloshing antifreeze out of it. Oh, I think I've got it. Yep. Good fella, he'd put that in the bag of bits that came with it. All that go in there. Yep. Get in there to tighten that up. Right, that's in there. More coolant sloshing. Right, we need some more water. And then coming out the other side of it. Oh, for Christ's sake. Got round here. Got another one. Right, where's that coming from? Do you know where that's coming from? Yes, I do. Got all sorts of fluids coming out of all sorts of places they shouldn't be. Looks like the radiator leaks. That'll probably come round in a bit. That'll be fine. Oh, you're gonna go on there well enough just to run. Where is that leaking from? That's definitely coolant, isn't it? I'll try pouring some more stuff in it. I think. Leaks. No. See what else pulls out of this side. Where is that coming from? Right, hey, we've got 2 more bung hot, right. So, things we have discovered. One, it definitely ain't coolant tight. It leaks like a sieve. It leaks out the back of the water pump plate. Don't think there's a gasket in there. There's 2 head studs missing over here. I've managed to find, and it pees water out of those, or exhaust manifold studs. Nothing on the inside of it is connected up, but on the upsides, we have just put a battery, which is located in the most stupid place. Someone's built it into the back body, so you can only change it from the top. So I've got power to a coil. I've got a block half full of water because I can't get it to hold any more water than that. So what I'm going to try and do is just see, what is that? I do not know what's been going on there. If I sniff some fuel down the carb, whether it fires or not, and then work from there. There's stuff leaking out of it everywhere. Yeah. And the radiator leaks like a pisser on the front there as well. Actually cracked at the bottom. Yeah. This bloke quite told the truth about this thing, to be honest.
What need you do?
And now I'm covered completely in the crotch of petrol. Christ's sake, honestly. I don't think I could do it for the money sometimes. Right, let's see if flames shoot out of it. Hopefully nowhere near me because I'm quite flammable all of a sudden. Choke. Does the choke work? Something moved, isn't it? Right. I'm going to twist on it and see if any fire comes out of it. You get the feeling the timing might not be quite right.
I think something's
Something's a bit adrift there, isn't it? Because all that did was blow flames out somewhere, didn't it?
well done a backfire and it's blown stuff back up through the carb.
What have they been doing to this?
A few moments later.
Right, so after sorting the firing order, which was the wrong way round, or 2 of the plug leads were the wrong way round, we'll try that again. Something might happen, but I'm not terribly confident. No, it doesn't like that, does it? seem to like anything at all at the moment. Not know quite what. I don't think this is quite what the person said it was. Right. After lots of in around, the spark plug leads were on in the wrong place, and they were basically about 30 degrees out timing wise. So what we've done now is put all the spark plug leads back in the right place, but back round 2 places on the distributor cap, which I reckon is about the right spot. It has started pumping fuel, so we have reconnected all the carburetor stuff. Doesn't really hold much in the way of coolant, but it's got block full. Give it a go. Yeah. Yeah, that sounded all right. Right, shall we check that the it's definitely got oil in it.
Yeah, that was just running away all on its own.
Yes, well, hang on a minute, the throttle pedal. Why is the... Hang on. Push throttle.
That's all the way down.
Yeah.
That's all the way up.
Right, let's just let the choke out then, which is that one. Choke in. Just try it again, so I see if it ticks over. Hang on. Try it now. Right. Hang on. Pull the choke out. Right, try it again. Yeah, go on in. Did you turn it off?
No, I pushed the choke back in.
Oh, let's pull the choke back out a bit.
Right, I'll
Yeah,
leave it alone.
try it
Let
again.
you operate it out there.
Yeah. Established a throttle linkage is awful.
Yeah.
So we'll turn the ignition off. Yeah. Right. We'll just turn the camera off as well. Well, that works. Right. Couple of seconds for you, couple of days for me. Now, as you would have seen, this thing runs. Now, we're pretty confident that it hasn't run since it's been rebuilt, because someone's obviously had it. There's quite a bit of stuff missing. So we're tracking that down, because funnily enough, we do have a Dodge hoard for parts. But one of the things that we are now suffering, so we've had lots of water leaks. One of which is that these manifold studs that weren't in there, that I am currently finding, are into the water jacket, so that cures one water leak. So we did cure that temporarily to fire it up, but the back plate on this water pump seems to have a hole in it, so it pisses lots and lots of fluid out of there. So for the minute, I've drained the cooling system back down again, and then Fudge is setting fire to himself with a welder, and I'm going to scooch this water pump back off and see what is causing the massive water leak at the top here, so I can make this thing coolant tight using new studs, or new to it studs off a Dodge weapons carrier engine. And I need to work on the throttle linkage, as you see, because if you attach the throttle linkage, it sits at half throttle and revs its nuts off. I need to relocate the battery because they put the battery in the back, and it's awful, but there is a battery tray there, and I think a capable man could make it fit. And then once it holds coolant, it has an ability to start properly, which is like with a good battery bolted in the correct place. Then we need to tune on the carburetions, and then after that we've got to try and make the brakes function. But once it holds coolant, then we can leave it running, swap the fuel out, get it up to temperature, check that nothing else is not bolted on, and that it works. So what I'm going to do now is undo everything that I've just done here, take the water pump off, which is not annoying at all. So we'll make a start on that now. Well, that became quite obvious what the problem was. See, that is the gasket, and when it was put on, the gasket had slid up, and basically the gasket is not where it needs to be. The gasket needs to be there. Now I'm going to have a bit of a clean up on this, as that face is quite nice and covered in grease, but we'll have a bit of a scrape there, and we may apply some new gasket sealant, scooch that back on. Cooling system problem number one cured. So let's have that over here. Try not to scrape the paintwork, and we'll get that scraped off. Right, so after some degrees of master inventiveness, water pump back on with the gasket in the right place, and I've managed to manufacture a full set of studs to stop the water paying out the side to block this side and hold the manifolds on. So in theory, I put the belt back on, fill the cooling system up again. The radiator does leak a wee bit, but we'll live with that. And then the engine should hold coolant, but we can fire it up, run it a bit longer. Right, so cooling system is holding water, or coolant. We have oil, we have fuel. We have relocated the battery to here, which is a tad flat, so we have added, it's a jump start pack. The timing is set, it should have fuel. Now in theory, it should start. So we're going to go and try that. It may be spectacular, it may not. Ugh. Right, ignition. Where's the bloody choke? Is that the choke? Oh, no, that could be the choke. Let's just pull both of them. Probably a throttle lock. We probably don't want that, do we? Key. Turning. It's not terribly spectacular, is it? Come on, Dodge. Right. jump starty pack. So I think what we need now is a large battery and a set of jump leads. Right, more amperages. Let's go on something that looks like a really good earth. Come on. Is the choke out? That'd be a good thing to check, wouldn't it? Choke is. Yep, she's definitely connected. Let's try again. Oh, there's all sorts of stuff falling out of it. I think you turn it, but I think that's water coolant. Wang her over a minute. And again, it is water. Go on, keep going. Go on. Let's try it in. Doesn't that feel like it's got any fuel again, but... And again. Making all sorts of exciting gurgly squirty noises down there. Yeah, go on. Ran the other day, so keep going. Just need to get some fuel up from the tank. Pardon? Oh yeah, it's hanging off. It's the way you keep them, you know. You can adjust your timing on the move. I was thinking best bet is to let it warm up. Camera is on. I'm going to put some hydraulic fluid in the power steering. Sounds happy, yeah. Oil filter. Mind your eyes. Right, more coolant needed. That sounds absolutely sweet as a nut. Right, I think next what we need to do is turn it off, fix the oil leak. Oh, it can almost be described as fixing itself. What we've got going on here is that the bottom line leaking. Maybe bolt the distributor on might be a good idea. Listen to that purr. So, the Dodge weapons carrier power wagon. Power wagon. Does it run? Yes, lovely. Bit of surgery, obviously. So, oil leak distributor falling off. Apart from that, she's mint. I'll turn it off, cure those, then we'll let it run up. Right, let me put my spanner over here. It's running. We've stopped the oil leak. I have a feeling that the head gasket is new and it hasn't sealed because there's a bubble in a bit and it's a bit messy. But we have put some fluid in the power steering tank. We're going to see if the power steering works. Ooh, it does. Cycle that a bit. Whoa. Check the level on that again. Well, there's oil hammering around in there. I need a carburetor return spring. Let's go and invent one of those a minute. Right, that's a nice point to tick over. You're definitely going to have to work on the carburetor linkages. So I think the best bet is to leave it and let it warm up for a long time. What we may see if it actually moves. Shall we see if it moves? It's possible it'll move, isn't it? Let's give it a go. No idea where the gears are. Does it move? Oh, there's a handy chart in here to tell you what is what. Right, so. Does it move? No, I haven't got a gear. Right, let's see if it does anything. Oh, it does move. any bloody brakes. So, when you have Dodge weapons carrier that's been sat for Dodge Power Wagon, stop saying weapons carrier, Hemsley, they'll all shout at you. Dodge Power Wagon that I reckon has been sat for the best part of 10 years, dismantled, put back together, and most likely never started. Go. Yes, it will. Yes, it definitely does go. Does it leak stuff? At current, a little bit, not badly anymore. Does it drive? Yes. Yes, it does. So what we're going to do next, and not in this episode, is see if we can get the brakes to function. I'm going to have to flush the cooling system, sort the carb linkage properly, do a few more things, and then we will attempt a test drive. So that will be the next Dodge episode. Or Fargo, whatever you want to call it. Thank you very much, Al. 60 Diesels. And if you haven't bought a ticket yet, remember, Jaguar, ZX, Jaguar, ZX, you get a ticket to the Festival of the Unexceptional to come with us. If you want to come with us, the Jaguar, you're going to go fast and look like Arthur Daly. So there's links in the description to all the raffles. There's also a link in the description if you want one of these hoodies or a t-shirt off Derek. You can hit him up. And there you go. Thank you very much. 60 Diesels.